And Sunfire uses some of his sexism powers against Darkstar, and it works pretty well for a little bit.
But he says, I can't lose to a woman, I'm a samurai. I don't know how the two are correlated.
All right, here we go again with another episode of Comic Books and Cold Ones. This is the podcast where we talk all things comic books, drink all things beer. I'm KMac, and I am here with the Grand Master of all things comic books and beer, Yek. How you doing, man?
Good seeing you, mysterious unknown one, K-Mac. I'm doing well tonight, and I'm pumped for another show to talk some comic books and drink some beers, or drink some beers and talk some comic books, or drink all things beer and talk all things comic books. Whatever we do on this show, that's what we're about to do tonight, and kick it out to all our fans out there in podcast land.
Yeah, I'm here being all spooky and mysterious. I got my hooded cloak on and everything.
Still don't know who you are. I wish you wouldn't dress so camouflagey.
Just wait till the end of the show.
Okay.
I'll reveal myself then.
To get some formalities out of the way, if you like our podcast, you can hit us up at cbcopodcast@gmail.com, or hit us up on Twitter at cbco_podcast, or check out our pictures of our beers and our comic books at Comic Books and Cold Ones on the Instagrams, the IGs, with all the kids drinking the beers and us showing you what we're drinking, showing you what we're reading, and having a good old time. And a big shout out for our last episode, which was a big hit and actually got a number of downloads, which I was pretty impressed at. But we had the city of Cleveland just blew up in honor of the Falcon and Winter Soldier live tweet or live riff that we did in the Hugh neighborhood. Never been to the Hugh neighborhood. I have been to Cleveland, and I will definitely hit that up next time I'm there, swinging around like a Winter Soldier.
Yeah, shout out to them. We are hot in Cleveland. So my prediction is it was Baker Mayfield, right?
It's a possible choice.
Yes. Kevin Love, is he still in Cleveland?
I don't know. I would assume it was LeBron James.
He's not in Cleveland anymore.
Yeah, but he just goes there to listen to our podcast.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
It puts him in the mood.
That makes sense. Drew Carey also.
Drew Carey definitely watching the Falcon and Winter Soldier with us last time.
Yeah.
And in between filming Price is Right episodes.
Yeah, I mean, he probably, on those commercial breaks, he's like, guys, I got to go listen to Comic Books and Cold Ones.
Got to hit this stuff up here because it covered my favorite TV show with some randomness.
Yeah. Oh, hey, to touch on that a little bit. So this is one thing we didn't speak about last time. So if you had to choose which was better, was it Falcon and the Winter Soldier or Justice League Snyder Cut? What was better?
Oof. I'm going to lean on the Avengers United We Stand cartoon I've been rewatching reruns of. I watched, like I said, both of us have watched 4 hours of Snyder Cut. And I still don't know what happened, and I know I'm not a better person for having watched it. And I did have a comment on the Facey Space with the Snyderverse people. There was some article on the fans fighting with Warner Brothers to produce more of it, and I put in the comments, no one fights over trash.
I'm sure they love that.
Yes. No one smart fights over trash.
Oh, man. Yeah, so Falcon and Winter Soldier probably might be one of the worst things Marvel has done. It wasn't terrible.
The action scenes are amazing.
Yeah, they're really good.
And their movement is strong.
Yes.
They have many followers.
They do have many followers, Marvel.
No flags are smashed.
No, none at all. None at all. But I would vote Falcon and Winter Soldier better than Snyder's Justice League.
Runtime.
It's close.
Are they close? Is Falcon and Winter Soldier more runtime?
I think it is because it was 6 40-minute episodes.
It didn't feel like it compared to the Snyderverse.
No.
And there is no Nightmare verse in the Falcon and Winter Soldier, despite no flag smashing, despite being the stronger movement.
Yeah. No. So it's interesting when probably the worst thing that Marvel's done better than DC's major movie.
And what the fans of that series are crying for more of.
Yeah.
I just have, I'd rather, I'm a busy person. Like I have to write letters to my detergent companies, tell them how much I like their product. I don't have time for 4-hour movies
No,
like that.
no, no.
All right. Well, what we're doing today is we're doing something even cooler where we're going back to doing another big swig, which is where we deep dive on something that was big in the Marvel or DC universe or comic book universe that went on to affect a lot of other things. And I'm gonna kick it over to KMac because he had some ideas on this show today to get this one kicked off. So what you talking about, KMac?
All right, so this is my idea for a series we're going to be doing. It's going to be called a Big Swig Pub Crawl, where we start at the beginning. Is what we're doing today. We're talking about the Marvel Superheroes Contest of Champions that came out in 1982. It was essentially the first Marvel Comics event and first event of either of the big two of DC or Marvel,
First limited series, correct?
and first limited series.
Yes.
Yes. And so we're going to start here, and we're going to probably in alternate episodes go from event to event chronologically. So the next event we'll do after this in 2 or 3 episodes will be Secret Wars, and we'll go from there. So if you like to follow along with these, it's a and read along. Actually, you'll be able to do that with us and drink some beers with us, please.
Well, that's the biggest thing is hopping in and out of bars. Because remember, we are a beer podcast with a comic book problem, not the other way around. And so that's what we'll be doing is enjoying some beers. And so since this is the first limited series ever, what kind of beer are you drinking to kick this one off?
Oh, it's not a limited series beer, though. Unfortunately.
You're totally messing up my vibe. Like I'm saying this all week.
I know. So, I live in Tampa, and I realized that I hadn't had a Cigar City beer yet for this podcast, and Cigar City is probably the most well-known brewery out of Tampa. Now, there's
I'd say Florida.
Yeah, maybe Florida. True. Now, there's a really, really spurious connection between this beer and the show we're doing. I had to kind of stretch for it. So, I'm drinking a Gosa. Also, maybe the first Gosa on the podcast, right?
Correct. We have not had a Goza yet.
Yes. My beer is called Margarita Gosa. And how does this connect to Contest of Champions? Well, a Gosa is a German style beer, right?
Correct.
So I'm going to ask you these questions because you're the grandmaster of beer. This beer, though, has is brewed with orange, lime, and salt. So they added orange peel and lime for a little bit of a tropical flavor. So we have German beer, but tropical. One of the contests in the story involves a German in a tropical area.
That's what we're going with. We're going with Der Blitzkrieg showing up in the Andes jungle, or the Amazon jungle.
Correct.
Fighting over a piece of something.
Also, unfortunately, if Marvel had debuted a female Mexican superhero in this story, they probably would have called her Margarita.
Yes.
Considering how bad some of this is. Today.
Classic 80s on the nose things we'll be breaking down. Well, I did my part and went out and got a limited series beer. In honor of just this.
We need to discuss these things in advance.
Yes. And it is actually by Silver Branch and Astrolab, both Silver Spring, Maryland breweries, teaming up to make a Bock beer, which is a spring beer, and it is called Unicycle Vigilante. And it actually has a guy riding a unicycle that looks like Captain America. So kind of going along with what we're doing. In our hero, a Silver Spring Brewery Uber fan with a mission of personifying Gemütlichkeit and good cheer. So this was brewed in honor of some guy that rides one of those powered unicycles in Silver Spring, Maryland. It comes in at 6.9% alcohol, and it's a box. So I'm ready to crack this open and enjoy it. But it is a limited series and a collab across. So
that's cool. Oh, hey, I never said my ABVs and IBUs. 4.2 ABV, 5 IBU.
That's a session beer. Goza der Blitzkrieg, Margaritaville.
Yes.
So this one pours a nice golden brown like all Bock beers should. And it'll be extra malty, I'm sure. I haven't taken my sip yet, but I'm sure.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. This is coming a few days late here. Oh, yeah. Classic Bock. Very good. Maltiness. So Bocks are like the beers they brew in Germany right before winter starts. So it's the last one they can use because they weren't supposed to use the grain over winter. So they make it and then they open them up first thing in the spring. So that's the reason they have like my Bock beer, and this is just regular Bock beer. But
yeah, mine tastes nice and salty.
Yes. And do you know why gozes are salty?
Because they put salt in them.
9. Originally, gozes are from. I actually had this conversation at my birthday beer celebration the other day. Somebody asked me about gozes, and they were brewed in Leipzig, which has high salt content in like the local wells and aquifers that they use to make the beer, and so that's where it came from.
Sweet.
And for some reason, Americans decided to put fruits in them. A lot of fruits in them.
Yes.
And that's the reason you get Mexican style contest of beers in KMac Tubby. So we're going to be breaking down this limited series here. It is one of the first ones where we get cross combat occurring in the Marvel Universe against different heroes. We have referenced it before in our Avengers draft, where you had to select a team, but this one starts off just in the middle of nowhere, out of nothing, and two people start zapping Marvel superheroes of all types, even ones we've never seen before until this series, into a giant arena in space. And who gets zapped up in all of this? KMac.
Everyone gets zapped up in all of this. I don't even know where to start, but you have the Avengers, you have the X-Men, you have the Fantastic Four, you have the Soviet super soldiers, the Eternals, a bunch of Asgardians, I believe.
Alpha Flight. And on the line they reference the Rangers get zapped up, and that's the Southwest.
Oh, the Texas Rangers.
Yes, the Rangers.
I remember them from Avengers
Texas
West Coast.
Twister and Shooting Star and Red Wolf and Firebird. So yeah, you get them all zapped up all of a sudden. But this thing was brought to us in June through August of 1982 by a cadre of writers of Mark Gruenwald, Bill Mantlo, Stephen Grant. The artist is the incomparable John Romita Jr., inks by Paul Marcos, colors for all the 3 issues of Andy Youngkus, and a special colorist for the first episode of Patricia DeFalco, who we assume is Tom DeFalco's wife, sister, or something. And the editors are Mark Gruenwald and Tom DeFalco. And Tom DeFalco didn't let his wife or sister or whoever Patricia is into him do any more coloring after this. She only colored this one comic book in all of her Marvel history. So maybe she just had a couple pinks. And of course, the big editor-in-chief at the time was Jim Shooter, who was starting to push these ideas of doing more bigger events to make more cash for the Marvel.
And now, John Romita Jr., this is early John Romita Jr., I would imagine. So the style is more like Marvel House style instead of what you would expect from a John Romita Jr. drawn issue.
There's not the heavy scratching lines.
Yeah, no heavy scratchy lines, no blocky, bulky characters.
Yeah, it's very George Perez kind of, I need to do a bunch of team people on the page. Let's get this done and make it efficient and get all the things in. So the whole point is all these people get zapped into this arena, and we get a lot of going back and forth among the different heroes, shaking hands and whatnot. Classically, with the Beast meeting Sasquatch for the first time and comparing how hairy they are and how much bigger Sasquatch is to them. All the mentalists getting together and trying to figure out mentally with Moondragon and Xavier. Also, I think this might be one of the first times on the panel all the Illuminati appear, with the exception of Namor, together, trying to figure out who the big people are.
Right, on page 15.
Yeah.
I noticed that as well. It's interesting. So Bendis probably went back, maybe, and referenced this because they're all right there chatting.
Yeah, Namor is there, but he's not in that particular snapshot.
So a couple of things I want to point out is while the Avengers are battling, or they're training in their what is their training arena called?
It's just the training room.
The training room. Yeah, it's on the very first page. Captain America is practicing his dunk scissor kick.
Yes.
Yes.
He's getting it on.
Yes. Learned it from Batman, probably.
This is 82, so yeah, he's definitely got it in his wheelhouse now after the 70s Batman showed him how to do it.
Yeah, and also on that page, Vision refers to himself as an android.
Yes, even though he's not. He's a synthesoid.
He just doesn't know what he is.
But he's talking with Machine Man, and Machine Man, my favorite part about that interaction between Machine Man and Vision are we are the most uh, biased against, maligned against us artificial life forms more than African Americans, more than women, more than mutants. It says lowly artificial intelligence types that suffer the most scorn.
Right. That was like, okay.
Which is amazing because we do have some obviously really racist type characters go through this, and I don't know if we've ever been really racist against artificial life. And I think officially, artificial life's the last bastion of things you can make fun of, and still be in a safe house. You're allowed to make fun of Johnny Five, the Vision, Machine Man, Hal, without being perceived as elitist or racist or anything else. So we still have that.
For now, but people are starting to be really nasty to their Alexas and Series.
Yes.
That's about to come to an end. I noticed too that, and you might be able to shed some more light on this. I saw that Jack of Hearts was actually one of the characters that was abducted up.
Yes, and at this time, Jack of Hearts is hanging out with Quasar in the comic, and he's also staying at Project Pegasus, where Quasar is the chief security guard of Project Pegasus.
Right, and so Jack of Hearts is here, and then he's not around again until he joins the Avengers like 20 years later.
Pretty well, he hangs out at Project Pegasus, and then yeah, they realize how crappy of a character he is to draw because it's too intricate and messed up, and nobody really understands what the zero energy is. So they stop just telling it stories with Jack of Hearts.
I'm one of those people. I have no idea.
It's energy, but it's zero. That's
no energy.
One less than one.
So no energy. Perfect. Also, the Inhumans are part of this group, as well as some other random characters and pretty much everyone you'd expect in the Marvel Universe, but then they introduced some new characters. So this book was probably also, the purpose was to, try to get some new characters in the mix in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, as far as I remember, I think this is one of Jim Shooter's, one way is him of trying to get new characters out there. One of his pitches, we got to do this to get new characters out there. And also he does it to appeal to an international audience. So we get a cadre of international characters, and they point out most of the time, that when we get to the actual contest and the selection of the champions, we get to get the national flavor. But they start introducing these people. So let's break down the 6 new characters they introduced into this series. KMac.
All right, I'll start.
And we will rank them from 6 to 1 who we like best.
Oh boy. All right. So the first one we'll discuss is Shamrock. Now, Shamrock obviously originates from the country of Ireland.
No way.
Yes.
She's definitely from Vietnam.
You would think, but no. Jim Shooter is clear on this. From Ireland. Her name is Molly Fitzgerald.
Irish McIrish.
Yes. No shillelagh for her. Oh boy.
But she has a giant shamrock on her forehead.
She does. She has the worst costume.
It's not slimming.
No, and it's just you'll have to see it, listeners. Just Google it. It's just not good.
They should have just put her in a big cable net sweater and had her carrying around a keg of Guinness on St. Patrick's Day to make it even more on the nose.
Right. If this is what they're trying to do with these characters, that would work out very well. And her power, of course, since her name is Shamrock, she has good luck power. It's a mystical power, and she gets this power from poltergeists of war victims in Northern Ireland. She's very I don't know how she gained this power. She's not a mutant.
It's mystical, they say.
It's mystical. True. So who knows?
I think enough Jameson, and that's what happened to her.
Yeah. She got it at the end of the rainbow.
Yeah.
So I'm Irish. I can make these jokes.
My wee pot of gold. Yes. But she does go on later. I've not read any of the later series that she comes up in the 2000s, but they do make her a more pervert character and a lighter hearted character. But in this one, she's definitely suffering from needing a stylist to help her wear a costume that flatters her Irish cheese and lamb stew eating body.
Yeah, I saw a rendition of her where she looked like the lead character from the Pixar movie Brave,
Yes.
and that's pretty cool. But Pixar already did that, so you really can't. I guess you could. I don't know. It's all owned by the same company at this point. All right, so Yak, why don't you tell us about the next new character they introduced in this story?
That would be the other on the nose named character for a country. You guessed the country, and I think we've already discussed this person. The character is known as Blitzkrieg, sometimes with the article Der Blitzkrieg, which means lightning warrior, and his name's Franz Mittelstadt, and he, at the time, this is 1982, he's from West Germany, and of course, if your name is the Lightning Warrior, what's your powers, KMac?
Well, you can control lightning.
You can ride it like
Yes.
AC/DC.
Yeah, he's riding lightning like Iceman rides ice in
Yes.
Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Pretty cool.
So he's basically a German ripoff of Black Lightning.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
Pretty much. He doesn't do very much other than ride lightning, from what I can tell. He can electrify a forest, but we'll get to that.
Yes. Also not a mutant. So
correct.
and who's the next person up?
The next one up is actually a mutant and another problematic hero we have. He's called the Collective Man. And
wait, where's Collective Man? Where would somebody be called the Collective Man?
I don't know, but I'm going to guess China.
What's his name?
Well, he has 5 names because he's 5 brothers, quintuplets: Han, Chang, Lin, Sun, and Ho Tao Yu. Ho Tao Yu is their last name, right? 1, 2.
And at one time, when he's all combined, he just refers to himself as Tao Yu, Ho Tao Yu, instead of the other brothers' names. So they get no play. So what exactly are these 5 brothers' powers? They are mutants. They do allude to the fact they are mutants.
They can all merge into one brother, but he's still the same size. He doesn't get bigger or anything, but he can call upon the power and skills of everyone in China, which is a very specific mutant power.
Yes.
How does the mutant power know who's in China and who's not in China?
And does it extend to ancestors of China, or is it only proper 100%, people in China at the time? Does it include, do they get to count the people in Hong Kong at the time, Shanghai, Taipei, that are extra jurisdictional territories that are claimed by China, but also claim their own independence?
Or what if they're traveling? Yeah.
But
so he apparently, I was looking into him, he's appeared here and there, but there was the X-Men period of time, the No More Mutants time, where almost all the mutants were wiped out by the Scarlet Witch. We talked about this in Scarlet Witch, This Is Your Life. That's one of our episodes, everyone, if you want to go back and listen. But he was one of the 198 who didn't lose their powers.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, why they chose the Collective Man doesn't make any sense. But he was one of the 198 who went to the Xavier Institute because he had his powers.
Well, they couldn't figure out which people were in and out of China that maybe lost his powers too. So they're like, it's just too difficult to keep the tracking on him to do the flow chart of whether he's lost his powers or not. But he does get the strength of 5 men, and also, and all those things, of 5 people, plus all of China. Yes. All the abilities and knowledge of China.
But not for very long.
No.
Right?
He has to concentrate to do it. Also, Collective Man, communism, pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's not good. Not a good look, Marvel 80s.
No, it's not.
No, the next is my favorite, by far. His name's Defensor.
I love it. I love the name.
His name's Defensor, so he's basically a Transformer, named after Transformer. But this is Gabriel Carlos Dante Sepulveda, and even though on the Marvel fandom he says he's from Argentina, and in this comic book he speaks Spanish, he actually introduces himself during the series as being from Brazil.
That's right, he does, to the She-Hulk.
Yes, which I don't understand at all because he's clearly speaking Spanish. And he's dressed as a conquistador. So his power is he has like this vibranium conquistador armor with a
That's pretty
helmet and
cool.
full thing, and then and a shield made of vibranium. So he's basically conquistador Captain America, conquistador Captain America,
Yeah, or Conquistador Black Panther with the vibranium.
Nero Conquistador Pantera.
I mean, it seems like Marvel wanted to say he was from the country of South America, which is also troubling.
Yes.
And you would think someone from that area probably wouldn't want to wear, I mean, I guess it depends on his heritage, conquistador garb. But I would like to know the story of how did vibranium conquistador armor get placed in a cave in South America? That'd be a pretty cool story.
If you drink enough of this Bach beer that I'm drinking, you might actually see it. It's pretty potent. It's pretty good. It's like awakening in the spring and finding conquistador armor in your backyard.
Nice.
The vibranium. But he's also quite the ladies' man. He later tries to Don Juan, the She-Hulk, with that long name. But I guess he thinks he's from Brazil. Something's gone wrong in his head. All right, who's the next character?
All right, next one is Le Peregrine, mon ami. Precursor to Gambit.
You can only guess where Le Peregrine is from. His name is Alain Racine, and he has a wing flight suit, and he's also a master of what?
Oh, Savat.
The French kickboxing art of Savat. Only Dr. Rock the Leaper is better than Le Peregrine.
Right.
Mon ami.
He is from France.
He is from France. He does consume mass quantities of cheese balls.
Yes.
And he, at some point, he's also known as Le Faucon Perrine. So that's his full name, the Peregrine Falcon, instead of just the Peregrine.
Right, because the peregrine is just a falcon, so it's like the falcon.
So you know they wanted that's just like his full name if he has to fill out his driver's license or something. Le Falcon Perrine.
And he's one other thing about him, his costume looks like he's from, what was that animated show called?
Oh, little show. One of my favorite characters of all time, Harvey Birdman at law.
Yeah,
Attorney at law. One of the best. Yes, he's just a knockoff of Birdman. Do not know whether he has a law degree and practices law at Saban and Saban. One of the best TV shows ever done. If you've not watched animated shows, in top 10, Harvey Birdman at law.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
And to round out the list of new international characters to appeal to that wide audience that Jim Shooter really wanted, we have a man by the name of Talisman from Australia. We got no name for him other than he's named Talisman because he's an Aborigine, and something he has mysticism powers where he can go into the dream time, and he has a bull roarer, which is like a really loud like noisemaker as far as I can tell in the series.
Right, similar to what Gateway from the X-Men has, who teleports people with his
kind of noisemaker.
But this one takes you to the psychedelic realm.
Yes, it takes you to the dream time. So let's break these down from most offensive to least offensive. KMac.
Oh boy. Well, goodness, most offensive, I will vote Collective Man.
All right, I'm in agreement. Number 6. It's number 6 coming in at Collective Man, most offensive.
Then I will go to, I think, Talisman.
See, yeah, I'm split between Talisman and Blitzkrieg, but I'm going to go Talisman because we can always put down the Germans.
Yeah, then I'll go.
So it goes things you can still make fun of, okay, AI and Nazis. These are classes of people and or sentiency you can still make fun of and still be okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to go, Collective Man and Talisman. Then who's the 3 spot or the 4 spot of most offensive?
Then probably Blitzkrieg after that.
I'm going Shamrock.
You're going Shamrock. It was close with me. Defensor is clearly the least.
Yes. How is Defensor less than like Peregrine though?
Oh, good point. Yeah, I forgot about him.
I don't know. Let's just make Mr. Frenchie fly like a bird.
Yeah, good point. So most offensive collective man, then talisman, then you think Le Peregrine or Shamrock,
Yes, that's
then
what
Le
I'm gonna go with.
Peregrine.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're in agreement on this.
Okay.
Oh,
So good.
Le Peregrine looks like a character from G-Force.
Ah, yes, also from G-Force. Yeah, the anime.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the bird costume.
with the thing slipping down. So yeah, definitely definitely Jim Shooter getting an international audience by making the most offensive characters he could at the time.
Yeah. So out of those characters, who had the most appearances in Marvel Comics?
I'm going to go
It's close.
Collective Man.
Yes.
Yes, and then
Collect.
Shamrock.
No.
Then Le Peregrine.
Then Le Peregrine.
Okay.
So Collective Man had 30 appearances plus one minor appearance, and this is according to the Marvel Wiki. Le Peregrine had 27 appearances plus three minor appearances.
Uh-huh. You know I like to appear in the air with my baguette and my soft cheese.
Wee wee. Who had the least appearances?
Oh, that's Talisman by far.
No,
Oh, then it's got to be Defensor.
it is Defensor. And they had another character named Talisman in Alpha Flight, but she was a female,
Yes.
obviously, and she had mystical powers. No bull roarer though. I don't know
No.
why she wouldn't have a bull roarer.
Well, I'm going to write the Talisman T Squared miniseries for all
Yes.
those fans that have been demanding more talismans.
Yes. Here it comes. In addition to those new characters, they were really trying to pump up the international flavor of the Marvel Universe. So they pulled in some other characters from around the globe. And we were talking about problematic characters. This wasn't his first appearance, it was his second appearance. And he's probably the most problematic character in the Marvel Universe ever. What's his name?
That would be Arabian Night, but instead of Night, but Knight, and his real name is Abdul Kamar, and he's from somewhere in the Arabian Desert. And of course, his offensive powers are he has a magic carpet he rides on, a magic sword, and a magic sash, and a turban, and all the most offensive things you can imagine for a character.
Yeah. Um, yeah, some anti Semitism in there too from him.
Yeah,
A little bit.
yeah. He also has the superpower of sexism.
He does.
That's
Not a
part
mutant. Not a
Yeah.
mutant. But yeah, he's a little bit cringeworthy. I think later on in the 90s, he's in some Peter David stuff for the Hulk, and I think they try to, bring him back around. He kind of,
They use him to. Yeah, well, they use him like it's a long con by him to infiltrate the Desert Sword Arabian superhero team or supervillain team that fights against the Americans invading Iraq. But he's a mole into that team, and they fight Freedom Force, and a lot of those people end up dying.
a lot of Freedom Force does, or the other
Both
one?
sides, yeah. It's pretty bloody.
Which,
So that's Arabian Night.
Who was in Freedom Force at that time? Sorry, this is a segue.
Speed Demon and some other I can't remember at the time. It isn't all the classic mutants you remember.
Okay.
It's not yet. I don't think Blob's in it at the time. But I think Avalanche is.
No Mystique at that time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Avalanche did die, I recall.
In a backup Arabian Night, we have Sabra, who has an extensive history in the X-Men, and she represents Israel, and she's Ruth Bat Saraf. And her powers are she's just powered up, and she has a flying quill cape that shoots quills, and a giant Star of David on her chest.
Yeah, she just has like elevated intelligence and super strength, and she just has everything.
Yeah, she just powered up.
Yeah,
and she gets used extensively going on forward anytime they needed to have an Israel tie-in, especially with the X-Men.
Right, the X-Men in the 90s particularly.
Yes. Anytime they go to Israel or there's an Israel connection with Xavier
or Magneto,
yeah, they throw in a Sabra. Sabra meaning is like the name given to people that are native born in Israel, a Jewish. That's also a type of cactus, prickly pear. and that's the reason she can shoot quills.
Is that part of her mutant power, shooting quills?
Yes, well, from her, not her power, but her flying cape.
Or flying cape.
Yeah, and
Of course.
I don't know how that relates. I don't know if she is inheriting any of the hummus fortune though.
Oh, good point.
Because got to get with her on the everything hummus.
Yeah, that's why we don't see much of her anymore. She's making all that hummus, all that hummus money.
She's a hummus baroness, so yes. She's got that money coming in.
Yeah, good for her. Screw the superhero stuff.
I can make get chickpea money.
Yeah,
and those are the two mildy ones that we know about. But then we round out with the rest of the people that have appeared multiple times. We have Sunfire, of course, from Japan, who actually was an X-Men at one time, and he also, has plasma solar flame, but he also has the power of sexism.
He does. It's a huge power for him.
It's a big power.
He has the power of quitting teams, also.
Yes, kind of his sexism. Then we have my two favorite Russian twins from Mother Russia, Dark Star, Lorena Snevervanaya Petrovna Krylova. That's her married name is Petrovna. Her patronymic Krylova is her family name, or her patronymic. She controls the Dark Force. We also get an appearance by the time Vanguard, who these are both Soviet super soldiers, and that's her brother Nikolai Sergeyevich Krylenko, and he has the ability to make energy fields and reject people with his hammer and sickle combined together.
I didn't
and
realize
he eventually goes on to be Red Guardian.
Oh, okay. That's what I was wondering, if he goes on to be Red Guardian. They're both mutants?
Both muties.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Did not
and
know.
They make a point to, when in the big crowd up, to get with Colossus and say he should come back and represent Mother Russia.
I heard about that. Colossus is like, I can represent Russia better to the world on the X-Men, so get off my case.
And I could not have to wait in line to get blue jeans. Stay here in the U.S.
Yes, get bread. Bread is everywhere.
Yes.
Bread for everyone.
Don't have to wait in line for McDonald's.
Yeah, I knew Darkstar was a mutant. I didn't realize Vanguard was.
Yes. They twins. And then we run it out with two Canadians, or at least what we think at the time is Canadians, and Wolverine. This time we know nothing about him other than he's Logan. And of course his mutant power is that he's able to drink a lot of beers. And then there's also Sasquatch, whose mutant power is, well, he's a Sasquatch.
Right, he becomes a big giant Sasquatch.
Do you know how he becomes a big giant Sasquatch?
No, I don't know.
He's basically the Canadian Hulk. He bombards himself with gamma rays.
Does he
and
really?
That's what happens to him.
Okay, so he's not like Wendigo, who has the spirit of Wendigo from Canada.
No.
Okay.
He just gets, which I don't. He's not green. There's no green about him. So I don't understand why his gamma powers made him hair out like a giant Sasquatch, other than maybe it's since the Molson in his blood, and we're like, you're going to be a Sasquatch.
That's probably what happened.
Them gamma rays. And then we get the cool Captain Britain at the time, when he has the all the super stuff and the Star Scepter, and he has the English lion on his chest in red, and the partial mask up the head, so his hair's sticking out. And I think it's probably the best looking Captain Britain, before they went and did the full on Union Jackie looking thing.
The full on flag costume.
Yeah.
Not a good look, but this is a good costume for him.
And then we get Storm, of course, from Kenya, representing all the muty stuff, and I think she has the power of storms, if I remember
right. Yeah, she can do stuff with lightning too. Hint, hint.
She never uses her drought power.
She doesn't. You would think that would be, yeah. Huh. She's pretty much just wind, rain, and lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a storm.
That is a storm. Good point. But she can control the weather.
Yes.
She makes it snow sometimes. She makes it cold.
She has made it cold.
Yeah.
Has she ever made it hail?
I'm sure she has. I don't remember.
Yeah, because I can't remember of a time that I've seen in the comics where she actually makes it hail.
That'd be a great idea, though.
Mm-hmm. Or ball lightning.
Yeah, you break some windows. Yeah, ball lightning.
Ball lightning.
Yeah, then there'd be too many UFO sightings if she did that. How do you keep it straight? I don't know.
So these are the characters introduced. We're in the big arena. They're sucked up there, and who sucked them up?
Well, the Grand Master sucked them up, and like we said before, another unknown character who the Grand Master is playing a game with.
So all we see is the Grand Master, Big Blue himself with Wolverine hair, in his yellow cape, pre Jeff Goldblum appearance, looking all kind of mysterious, ready to play a game of chess. He tells the superheroes he's here to play a game with him and use them because he wants to challenge this person to bring back his brother's life, another element of the universe, the Collector, who died at the hands of a little cosmic god being named Korvac that appears in a Marvel series, basically the Korvac saga, and that you don't know about, all the things and why the Collector was going after him and all this. But it's really cool, and we'll probably do a deep dive on that on our Masterpiece Comics Theater sometime, because it's one of my favorite readings from Marvel at the time, of all time, because it's just interesting, and like the bad guy's not that bad, and you're like trying to figure it out. But did you know why throughout the time? We also covered this in the Rutland, Vermont issues where the Collector's trying to collect Avengers. Do you know why he ultimately is always trying to collect Avengers?
He's trying to collect Avengers because they're the most powerful heroes, and he wants to stop Korvac.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And Korvac, and he ends up collecting the Avengers, and that is eventually the cause of Korvac killing him.
Yes. But they never explain why he wants to collect everything else.
Right. He's become more of a just like cosmic guy who likes to collect things. There with no reason behind him really at this point.
Well, he's an elder, so the elders, like Grand Master, like they're all the master of certain things. So they were all elders of some race that survived that have some specific function that they can do. So the Grand Master likes to play games.
Right.
The Grand Master, the Collector, likes to collect crap, like Howard the Duck.
He's good at putting things in glass jars.
Yes, in all the 1990s Marvel cards, which are now worth something for some reason because he collected them and saved them all.
Mine aren't worth anything though. I eBayed those things.
Did you already try to sell them on eBay?
No, I just checked the price. There weren't really very much.
80K sold his for 150.
Really? Does he have the full set?
He didn't have the full set he didn't sell the full set with the holograms.
Okay,
he just sold the regular full set.
Oh, I don't have a full set.
You don't have a full set? I have a full set.
I don't have a full set.
With 2 holograms.
I have the only hologram I have is Doctor Doom hologram.
I would like to acquire that from you, sir. Ooh. I would like to collect that from you.
Well, maybe we can play a game.
We can play a game for the Collector's life. So that's what they're doing. They've collected these heroes. They're going to choose teams to go fight over, and whoever can acquire bits of a golden globe. They don't say what the globe's about. Just say it's going to break into 4 pieces. It's going to go, and we're going to choose 12 people aside, and we're going to collect it, capture the flag style.
Yep, that's what I was going to say. Capture the flag style. Mm-hmm. And capture the flag is super fun. So the heroes are like, yeah, let's do this. And they buy right in.
Yeah, because the Grand Master says if he wins, he'll leave. If they fight for him and he wins, he'll leave humanity alone forever and ever and ever. And the mysterious unknown stranger says, I'll let the sun live for, 1 million years more?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. I'll let their son live for 1 million years more.
Vanguard loves that idea, by the way.
Yeah, Vanguard is pumped.
It's great for Mother Russia.
Well, he goes, this is a very good deal for us all. It is amazing. We all get extra 1 million years of sun to warm us. It's very cold in Siberia, so we need sun.
That's exactly what he said.
I quote the man myself.
That was very good. Very good. So the Grandmaster chooses his team, and they have provisos. You can't choose Asgardians or Eternals or Atlanteans for some reason. But so they just pretty much stick to human Earthlings for this.
Yes. Once again, racist against AI individuals.
Oh, for sure.
No AIs get chosen.
They do not. Not even close.
But quasi Nazis do.
I know.
So do you want to run down the Grandmaster's total team?
Yeah, the Grandmaster has a pretty good team here. He has Talisman, Darkstar, Daredevil. He has She-Hulk, Captain Britain, and the Defensor, Wolverine, Thing, and Le Peregrine. Sasquatch, Blitzkrieg, and Captain America.
Yeah, he's going to do World War II adversaries and a Canuck.
And a Canuck. Yep.
And the unknown mysterious stranger gets Invisible Woman, Sunfire, Iron Fist, Iron Man, Arabian Knight, Sabra, Black Panther, Vanguard, Angel, Collective Man, Storm, and Shamrock. So they're very more interested in choosing people that represent lots of countries instead of getting all the most powerful people. Say Doctor Strange, Mr. Fantastic,
the Hulk.
The
Right.
Hulk.
And Spider-Man only has
Spider-Man.
one line in this whole series, which is a little weird because he was next to I guess the Thing was probably the most popular, or the character they were trying to push the most at this point in the Marvel universe. But Spider-Man was probably the most popular character.
Still running, yeah, the most popular. The only one with more than one comic, if I had to guess.
Yeah, probably.
Other than, the Thing appeared in Fantastic Four and Marvel Team Up, but the Thing had multiple. I mean, Spider-Man had multiple like regular running titles. I think almost by this time. Mm-hmm. Marvel Fantastic, so yeah. But yeah, why wouldn't you choose Professor Xavier and all the other people like the Omega level people? But no, I guess the unknown people knows what they're doing. They're like, I'd rather fill out the map and sell more comic books in France.
Right. I listened to this podcast and they did a draft of I guess they drafted their favorite superhero team, right? Or which team would, they drafted teams and they try to decide which team would win. And one of them was like, okay, Professor X, because they'll just mind control all your guys to lose. And so why wouldn't they draft Professor X on their team here? It's if you're drafting the best superhero baking contest, right? You draft Professor X to mind control the other people to bake something bad.
Well, I understand in this case, you choose Collective Man because you get all of China. You get all of China. So it's a good choice by the unknown. Good choice.
Yeah.
Gonna be big. Gonna have a lot of rooting fans. So also a part of this gig is the unknown froze every normal human being that isn't a hero on the planet. So planet Earth is now a giant battlefield ready to blow up for whatever they want to choose where the pieces of globe are, but everybody else is just frozen in time on the planet right where they are.
Right. And the heroes go off on a G.I. Joe style mission to different corners of the Earth to find these pieces of the orb.
To capture the globe flag. The gold globe flag. And so where do we drop off first in one of the teams?
Yeah, so the first team is dropped off in the Arctic, and it's Grandmaster's team, who I'm going to pour to. Talisman, Darkstar, and Daredevil against Invisible Woman, Sunfire, and Iron Fist.
Yeah, we're going to the Arctic, so I need something to warm me up here and some more Bach beer to...
It's called
get the warmness.
Frenzy in the Frozen North. I need some
Frenzy in the Frozen North. So we choose, Grandmaster chooses somebody from the Outback, not the smartest probably, does choose a Russian, smart,
right,
for the Arctic, and a blind lawyer with echolocation.
Yeah, I guess when the snow's blowing, and the visibility's down, it's a good choice.
So, if I were to put to you two synopses of a character, one being billionaire rich playboy who uses high-tech weapons to thrillingly fight crime at risk-taking endeavors, and another guy, blind lawyer who fights crime using echolocation, which one would be called Daredevil and which one would be called Batman?
Ooh, that's a nice one. I like that.
I can't think more that somebody tweeted that, but yeah, I would punch you in the face. I'd punch you in the face if you told me the reverse was the case.
And so what's neat about this meetup is it seems like, and it could just be the writers not knowing, but seems to be the first meeting of Iron Fist and Invisible Woman, and the first meeting of Iron Fist and Daredevil. I mean, they're pretty much
on the unknown team. Yeah, on the unknown team, we have Invisible Woman, Sunfire, and Iron Fist.
Yeah. Oh, did I jump ahead? Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Sorry, it's a good beer. And And Sunfire uses some of his sexism powers against Darkstar, and it works pretty well for a little bit.
But he says, I can't lose to a woman. I'm a samurai. I don't know how the two are correlated
I don't
because
know either.
samurais never lose to women. But you have, Samfire basically fighting Darkstar, and then Talisman fighting Invisible Woman. My favorite part about Invisible Woman, she realizes she's walking in the snow even though she's invisible and you can see her footprints, so she makes invisible snowshoes.
Right, which would still make footprints.
Yes. No,
So,
not snowshoes, because it distributes the weight so you can't see it.
oh, interesting. Yeah, that's a good
But it
point.
doesn't stop Talisman from getting her because he's in the dream time and can see her. And then he uses Bulwark to make everything psychedelic. And Iron Fist and Daredevil fight martial arts style. And for some reason, nothing really happens other than the ice breaks. Everybody falls in the water, and somehow Daredevil wins by floating into the globe, the quarter of the globe, and Grandmaster gets the point.
Yep, it was.
He doesn't even swim; he just floats into the Golden Globe. Literally, he like Invisible Woman who has telekinesis with her invisible powers and force fields could have pushed it to her, but instead, Daredevil just like I'm just gonna be in this Arctic cold and float to this. Does not mention how cold the water is. Also,
Right. Well, clearly not important to the story.
No.
Let's focus on what's important.
Score one from Grandmaster.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a letdown, that one. So the next series of teams go off to the Ghost Town Showdown out in the Wild West Ghost Town. The Grandmaster's team is She-Hulk, Captain Britain, and El Defensor. Like how I added that, El Defensor.
But is it El in Portuguese, even though he's Spanish? I don't know. I'm still confused.
And who's the mystery team?
He's throwing down, finally, an A-teamer, an Iron Man, and then he, for some reason, or this mysterious stranger, for some reason decides to match up Arabian Night with Sabra because they want to make, a political commentary in the 80s about his Jew and Arabic Muslim relations in the Middle East. For some reason, doesn't really want to win, just wants to make a political commentary.
Yeah, who is this mystery stranger that they're so interested in the Middle East?
Just very, very, very much on the pulse of the time. And yeah, Arabian Night does refer to Sabra as a Jewess.
He does.
And
and he's referred to as Arab multiple times as well. So. And he gets to fight Captain Britain, which that makes sense
because he has a mystical sword versus a mystical saber, which is and the British did exploit the Middle East for a while. So
they did
kind of cause the Palestine situation. So.
Just the teensy weensy little bit. Defensor manages to piss off She-Hulk right away. Power of sexism. And She-Hulk just kind of starts rampaging, but not. She hasn't lost control, but she's just loves punching people. This one.
And the best though is probably the coordinated scene where Iron Man knocks out Defensor through an old town west swinging doors while Captain Britain is falling from the sky off a flying carpet and lands on him.
It's 2 for 1.
Classic Wile E. Coyote Looney Tunes style. And once again, the fight ends with not so much of a fight, but merely Arabian Night going to an oven and getting the Golden Globe out of the oven like it's a loaf of bread freshly made.
Yeah. Also, a little anticlimactic.
Yes, look what I found in the oven. It's not a hollow loaf. It's a Golden Globe.
It's a Golden Globe
for collector's soul, and that chalks it up for the mysterious stranger getting their first point.
So we're tied 1-1.
1-1.
It's very important to remember the score.
Well, it's important to remember the score because you, as a reader, are the only one that remembers the score.
Yes. I can't wait. Oh, man. And now the third quest for the globe is called Siege in the City of the Dead. Right.
Which turns out to be in China at the tomb of then just discovered in the 80s Emperor Qi Shi Huangdi's tomb with the terracotta warriors.
Yeah.
So it's just discovered, and they make reference to it that this is just discovered. So it's a big deal. So I guess John Romita is like, I want to draw some terracotta warriors. So we're setting this in China at this area.
Yeah, Black Panther says when it was discovered, everyone in Wakanda was like, "Holy shit, that's awesome!"
Most people didn't know that. So on the Grand Masters team, we have Wolverine, the Thing, and Le Peregrine.
Oh, yes.
And who do we have on the Mystery Strangers?
On the Mystery Stranger, we have Black Panther, Vanguard, and Angel.
Okay.
So that's a good pairing.
Okay, this is in China. This is Battlefield. And none of them chose Collective Man to fight.
I know. See, think how easy it would have been for him to draw on all of the people of China.
He's right there.
I know.
Once again, don't know why. But this is probably the most evenly matched up of powers to powers, because we have Wolverine fight with Black Panther, we have the Thing fight with Vanguard, which is like strength on strength, and then you have Le Peregrine and Angel doing acrobatic fighting.
There's that one scene with Le Peregrine and Angel. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where Angel, he's pretty much getting his ass kicked because he's not a master of savate.
Well, they're equals in flight, but not in combat, because Angel's pretty much just a worthless mutant.
Hey,
but Peregrine is not, because he has savate skills.
Right, but no, Angel can dodge anything, almost. Not savate though, just anything else. But
you can't dodge leaping or flight leaping.
No, but there's this one moment where Angel grabs a staff from a frozen farmer and swoops around and gets on Le Peregrine's back and is choking him. But then Le Peregrine wraps his legs around Angel. Did you see this picture?
Yes.
Oh, it's so bad. I'm just going to show it to you on the screen.
I know.
That one, oh. Good thing there were no children in the area.
Classic Alf Seal comic cover.
Yes, it is. It's just like that cover.
So Black Panther and Wolverine go full at it, and Thing beats Vanguard easily eventually.
Yeah.
And so this one ends also semi-anticlimactic with both Wolverine and Black Panther smelling the alien thing.
Yeah, which is, well, and Wolverine for some reason is really just trying to murder Black Panther because he loves to fight and murder, I guess. At this point, he was like the scrappy little guy in the Marvel Universe. But yeah, and Thing says Black Panther smashed the ground there. Black Panther tells Thing to smash the ground there, even though
Wolverine. Wolverine's on the, yeah.
And Thing smashes the ground. It seems like he destroys a lot of the terracotta statues too when he does that. And then he picks up the slice of orb.
What does alien orb smell like that both a Wolverine and a Black Panther can smell it easily? Alien orb.
They could smell it easily, but they'd already been there for rolling around on the ground for a little while.
Are we? What smell are you going with?
Oh boy. I'm gonna say like rotten eggs.
You're going with sulfur smell. Yeah, sulfur, I was gonna go either blue cheese, or rotten melon.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
but I don't know what both a Wolverine and a Black Panther can smell equally underground. Maybe they're truffles, like the pigs. They can smell the truffles. It smells like truffle. Get down there and get it.
Yeah. So that's another point for Grandmaster's team. So Grandmaster's up 2-1.
Grandmaster up 2-1. And then we swoop away for the final contest, because there's only 4 pieces of orb, and we go to the South American jungle, where Grandmaster has selected the team of Sasquatch, Blitzkrieg, and Captain America.
Yep, and the Mysterious Stranger has the Collective Man, Storm, and Shamrock, and this battle is called the Margarita Gosa.
It is.
It is. Or Struggle in the Jungle.
Struggle in the Jungle.
Struggle in the Jungle.
Once again, it's set in South America, and no one chose Defensor. They decided to send them to the Old West town. And
you would think they would just put someone on their team that had heightened sense of smell, because it can smell this thing apparently. So
it smells strong enough that you can smell it.
underground.
Yes. that animals of different mammal classes can smell equally easily.
Yeah.
And so we get to throw down. This is the best fight in all of them because we get Sasquatch versus the Collective Man. So we get the big guy versus the lots of little small guys, which is the conundrum of could 1,000 chickens take down a Tyrannosaurus Rex?
Ah, yes, exactly. And it doesn't look like it's going to be a fight at first because Sasquatch just pretty much chucks him and says, "Are you kidding me?"
but Collective Man does go into 5 pieces and run around, and they're like, "Oh my God, Shamrock and Storm can't believe it." They're like, "Oh, we can cover a lot more ground."
Yeah, and so tell us about the end of the Collective Man
So,
Sasquatch.
the big tussle, and Sasquatch goes for the full on just belly flop on him.
Yeah, like a power bomb.
Yeah, and Collective Man really concentrates, and in his mind, you can see all the billions of souls from China concentrated in their abilities, and he shoots the Sasquatch straight up into the air, like a storm drain blowing off the ground under high pressure, basically, and then he passes out because it's too much.
Yep.
So it's not really that good to claw on all the collective souls of China if you just pass out.
Right. He's just laying there on the ground.
Yes.
And as you can imagine, Blitzkrieg's power not super effective against Storm.
She dispels it because I control the lightning. Well, okay.
Me too. I control lightning and the weather that makes the lightning. and in what is
so Captain America goes chasing after Shamrock, and Shamrock just makes things happen, like a python all of a sudden attack Captain America, which doesn't slow him down for that much. He's like, "Why does the python attack me?" Well, it is a python.
They should have made Shamrock a mutant, and then they could have had her on X-Force instead of Domino.
Yes,
because she would have fit right in on X-Force, right?
Well, another comic I'm writing right now is the Domino X Shamrock crossover.
Sweet.
Unfortunate Costumes is the name of this miniseries.
Yeah. Domino and Shamrock go into a casino.
Damarok.
Shamano. There it is.
But once again, this ends not with big punching and somebody being the clear winner. It just ends with the Shamrock for some reason being able to do an upside down twist with her legs around a tree and grab the last bit of globe.
Yep, she scooped it right out of Captain America's hand. So technically, Shamrock beat Captain America.
Yes,
twice.
Because she's so lucky.
She is lucky.
Because she's so lucky that so many dead Irish people happened in the Troubles.
Oh, jeez. No, I read this.
That's why she's lucky.
I read this article from, I think it was the Irish Times, and it just came out this April. And they were like, can the MCU make a movie about Shamrock?
No, they didn't.
Like, they did. They said it would be like the greatest accomplishment of the MCU if they could resurrect Shamrock and make a successful movie out of the Shamrock character. Like, all right, Irish Times.
The Irish Times, obviously sitting at a bar doing Jameson and
right, drinking Guinness,
wearing cable net sweaters and having stew of lamb. All of the stereotypes.
Yes, at once.
Please, Marvel, make us for us a stereotypical character who helps us through the troubles. It'll be amazing. We'll embrace it.
So that's another win for the Mysterious Strangers team. So we're tied at 2 apiece, right?
2 points apiece. That's what I counted. That's what you counted, correct, KMac?
Correct, but wait. Wait. According to the Mysterious Stranger, Grandmaster won 3-1.
Yes.
Can you believe it?
The official statement. Look, Grandmaster, you have 3 of your people have pieces to my 1.
I had to go back through the book like 3 times on like 3 different days. I'm like, did I really get this wrong? How did I mess this up? But
I
no,
checked every panel where they chose teams,
me too.
and also they announced the teams in little bubbles that say, "This is the team," to make sure you know.
Right. And when they announced the 3-1 score, they have the people there who collected the pieces standing there. So I went back and checked. No, it's
So,
clearly I don't know. I missed something.
so the mysterious stranger, we know this much, wants to mess it up with Jew Jew Muslim relations. Loves talking about that. Doesn't want to play collective man in China. It can't count.
Can't count.
Can't count.
Or doesn't really care about the outcome of the game.
Yeah, just.
I wonder if there's ever been anything explaining how they got that wrong.
I assume that's the reason Patricia DeFalco never got another job.
That might be.
Tom's like, no, we put you in charge of one thing, Pat. Your one job was to count the globes, and you wrote it wrong.
Right. I wonder who was supposed to get. I mean, I guess it would have been. I don't know. I mean, I guess it was the last one. But I would think like the one in the City of the Dead probably should have been. No, that was Grandmaster anyway. I don't know.
we,
Oh boy.
I like you went around and around trying to remember why it was 3-1 instead of 2-2 instead of a push.
I've spent minutes of my life trying to figure this thing out. What the F, Marvel? 1982 Marvel.
This is the reason why it's a limited series.
Yes.
So what happens after this is we get the big reveal, because they pull back the hood on the mysterious stranger. Who's the mysterious stranger?
Well, it's Death.
Of course.
Death, who always wears a purple cloak and a hood.
Yes. And maybe has the power to grant the life back to an elder of the universe.
Yes, can exile someone from her realm and come back to life.
But
there's a catch.
But ultimately, Death always has her tricks in her sleeve, and she says, "We'll make the collector come back to life, Grandmaster, but you get to take his place." So she sucks him down, and Grandmaster, those weren't the rules. And Death goes, "We never agreed on what happens to get him out."
Right, only that you'd have the power to.
Yeah, that you would have the power to. And that ends the first ever miniseries, limited series that Marvel did, where they prove that they can make racist characters and not do basic arithmetic.
Right, and not have any, and only have really one good fight scene
Yes.
out of the whole 3 issues.
And no fights that actually make a difference for getting the globes.
Yeah. Yeah, none of that. Well, if Wolverine and Black Panther weren't fighting in that spot, they wouldn't have smelled it.
Yes.
Oh, crazy. Yeah, but I mean, I guess it's a good start if you're going to, go in this direction of events and character crossovers and make it a more integrated universe.
Yeah, a complete universe crossover. This is the first time that we're seeing an attempt of this to mash everything up. And the reason we're doing a big swing on this is that the first one to try to do that. And then Jim Shooter really likes the idea and basically steals all the ideas from this and writes Secret Wars, which goes on to be a huge deal. But instead of just stealing heroes, he steals villains and puts them on a battle world. Similarly.
Right, steals them both.
Yes. And puts them together.
And then in Secret Wars 2, he starts stealing the comic book stories that other writers are trying to write and tells them they must put the Beyonder in those stories too.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to that because when I was buying comics as a child, I first started during Secret Wars 2. And there were always all these ads for Secret Wars 2. And at that time, you just bought them off the rack at a gas station or wherever. And you couldn't always find them. So I'm looking forward to reading those. And I've actually never read the first Secret Wars either.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about it because this is really the rise and fall of Jim Shooter, who's, after Stan Lee, maybe one of the most interesting people to write comic books and run Marvel, kind of things. I mean, I have a lot of respect for him because he just started writing comic books as a kid and worked all the way up to be editor-in-chief, which is pretty damn impressive.
That's really impressive, yeah. I mean, who wouldn't want to do something like that, you know? I mean, obviously, you would choose beer podcast first,
A beer podcast, but
then Marvel editor in chief.
But if I had a chance to touch the joy and the electricity that it is creating Defensor, I would trade that in a minute, I think.
Yeah. Or Le Peregrine.
If I had my fingerprints on that historic event, maybe I would roll back.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you think overall of this story?
I always liked it. I remember as a kid seeing it, in the back bins, and I always wanted to read it. So when the first thing the Marvel Unlimited app came out, I jumped on it and read it. And the art's solid in the book. The covers are by far the best, though.
Yeah,
the last cover is amazing, and it catches you. And I don't know why it took 3 writers to make the schlock, but it did. and obviously, none of the writers can count.
Yeah, there is that. Maybe too many writers in the writing room, right? I liked in the first issue.
Not enough accountants.
Not enough accountants. I really like the splash page in the first issue that has essentially all of Marvel's heroes in it at that time. Then also, too, in the first issue, there's I don't remember who's in the panel, but in the background, there's just a mummy. Like, who do we draw here? I don't know. Just put a mummy in there.
There is the living mummy.
Maybe that's him.
But he's not a hero, is he? No, I don't think so.
I don't
but I do like, this is the first time they attempt also to count all the superheroes in the Marvel Universe. At the end of all the books, they have just like little 1-paragraph things of all the characters, both active and inactive, which goes on to be the Marvel Compendium,
the appendix. The handbook to the Marvel Universe.
The handbook to the Marvel Universe books, where they actually fully flesh out things. So
I used to love when I would happen upon one of those in the rack. I have the letter M.
Or when I would bring them to college and you got to read them all.
Oh yes,
because I had the complete collection of them. And now they're not worth anything because all my friends in college read the crap out of them.
Yeah, I wonder if that's where some of my lost books went. To people just taking them and reading them in college.
So that's where I sit on it. Solid issue. As solid as this beer, which is reminding me of spring and the lightning that is Der Blitzkrieg. So I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 Der Blitzkriegers in the contest.
Nice. That's a pretty good rating. So my beer reminds me similarly of going to tropical location to find a smelly alien artifact. So I will give mine 3 out of 4 smelly alien artifacts.
3 out of 4 smelly and alien globes.
Yes. Alien orbs.
Alien orb pieces.
Yeah. I forgot it's been so long since we've done this. In the last show, we didn't rate beers. I completely forgot about rating beers.
Well, we're refining the legs, but that was a really popular episode, so we may have to hit that up more. If you want to tell us what episodes we should be doing, like the one we just did this time, or the one we did before the live tweets or the live briefing, you can tell us at CBCO podcast at Gmail, or hit us up at Twitter at CBCO_podcast, or send us a picture or tweet us and look at our pictures on Instagram at Comic Books and Cold Ones.
Yeah, and my son told me too that it's important to remind people to write a review of the podcast. We should say it at the beginning too. But yeah, write us a review. Tell us what you think. Give us 5 stars, because then more people will have the opportunity to listen, because it'll apparently go up on the search engines and things.
Tell us in your reviews how much more you want to hear about Defensor and Le Peregrine
and Shamrock
and the beers that we would drink while reading about the racism that is Arabian Night.
Yes. And so not the next episode, which will be one of our random episodes, but episode after that will
it'll be an episode. It will just be a random episode.
It'll be random. It'll be
we're not going to be fighting over a smelly orb.
Right. And we're not going to have like that character Random from X Factor, who's a shape-shifting teenager with a gun for an arm. He won't be in this either.
No.
At least we don't think so. It's possible.
We may do a random episode.
Yes. But in 2 episodes, we'll continue with our Big Swig pub crawl and do Secret Wars.
Are we doing Secret Wars? are we doing something else?
I think we're doing Secret Wars. Isn't that the next one?
We weren't going to do Crisis on Infinite Earths?
Are we going to wait until we catch Marvel up to DC? Because Marvel does 3
you're doing chronology, not just
chronology.
flip-flopping.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can do, so it'll be a
We
surprise.
don't discuss this stuff offline, people, because we just drink beer on our own because we there are no bars.
Yeah, so
completely
you all
open
are
yet.
witnessing how we decide things on this show. And
I hope you
it's
like
very
Cleveland.
technical.
I hope you like
and-
Cleveland.
Yes. And it's very official and it's super organized.
As you can tell.
Yes.
But that's where we're at.
Yes. Awesome. So we'll either do Secret Wars or Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Indeed.
But not next episode, remember.
We'll do something else that involves more beer
Yes.
and more fun. And we want to thank you for listening because it was awesome having you and walk through this Contest of Champions. Where obviously I'm the Grandmaster and won it because I got 2 out of 2. No, I got 3 out of 1. And won it against the mysterious stranger that is known as KMac.
Yes. Congratulations. So one last thing, which team did you like better?
Oof. I'm gonna go. If I had to choose a team to win, I'm definitely going Death's team.
Yeah.
Because you got Iron Man. Iron Man wins everything.
But on
and I got all the nation of China with me.
You do. But on Grandmaster's team, you have Wolverine, Thing, and Captain America, and She-Hulk, and Captain Britain.
Yeah, less racism on Grandmaster's team. So I'm going more racism with Shamrock, Sabra, and Arabian Night.
Well done. And more sexism.
And more sexism. I think that we have sexism.
All right. That being said, thank you everyone for listening.
Later, everybody.
All right. Check you out next time. Bye-bye.